I am who I'm meant to be. I am who I'm meant to be. Over and out again. My future needed clarity, so I could see how you react, how you react to me. So much differently. I am different. Every time that I look back, I see my fortune. But you react to me. We are reacting so much differently. Doubted all that I could do, knowing what I need to do. All I can say, the word is thank you. I think it's what you need to push away from the shore, amongst the waves, exactly where I wanna be.
Alright. So I'm well aware that not a lot of us are here today with us, and I know that this is a bad time for it because everyone's at school. However, I would like to address a little situation. Now this stream will be up for people who are just going to school now and have not got time, so once you're home the stream will still be available for you guys to check out. Hello John. but it's important that I make this stream anyway, so yeah, and sooner the better. So yeah, I didn't just wake up, but I barely spent an hour since I woke up, basically. Now is not the right time to talk about blimps or anything, Vince. I'd like to address a situation. I don't know how the hell I'm supposed to start this, but let's start off serious. So as you could see on the title of this video, take care, mate. As you can see on the title of this video, I did just show you guys some information. So let me just make it clear. First things first. Based on the actions that had happened yesterday, I would like to make this address, and I've said this multiple times already. I don't know why I have to say it again. Please, any of the people who were involved yesterday, I am telling you right now, do not discriminate them. Do not discriminate. So that goes for Geo, that goes for Etho, Voteless, Chris. Thank you, Etho, for becoming a member of the channel. I appreciate that very, very much. Look, I made this clear in my mention yesterday. No discrimination. Now, I'm going to say this. There are consequences for people who continue to go against my word here, because I need to make sure people are making the right decisions, all right? And I did this myself yesterday, and I did have my little breakdown at the beginning of the stream, but can you blame me? I wouldn't blame me, even if it wasn't my situation, but in this situation, it is. So I want you guys to know this now. No discrimination or hate speech or death threats, none of that is deserved, and I wouldn't want that in any circumstance, even if I didn't like someone at all. Now, yes, I am unhappy with the things that have just taken place with Geo, Monkey, and a lot of other people involved, but that does not mean you guys have any right, nor do I have any right to go and hurt them at all. Whether you're on my side or not, it's not fair. And I'm a man of integrity. I'm a man of mediation. So I was banned from my own server yesterday, and I was accused of inappropriate things. I was accused of being a pedophile. I was accused of saying bad things to people who were underage, and it turns out all those accusations were false. And I had actually gone out of my way to prove those accusations were false by providing live stream evidence that there was nothing going wrong at all. And even Geo, who was the main culprit of the situation, had ended up saying her apologies through a gift in Please Donate, because I know that she has no other way of contacting me, as I've made it clear that I don't want to speak to her at this moment. But there were a lot of people who did a lot of things yesterday and weren't even able to back it up with evidence. And no, Flopper, I have to make this speech, because a lot of things are happening behind the scenes that you are unaware of. People are throwing hate speech and death threats at people who are involved, and for that reason I need to make sure that people are doing the right thing and being humble and being fair to those who were involved, because I don't condone such actions. I don't condone things like this to happen, and I wouldn't like it either. So I want you guys to make sure that you are being respectful to those around you and being respectful to those involved, because that's not fair on anybody, and that could damage someone's mental stability and well-being in real life under any circumstance, because you don't know what they're going through. Nobody does. So I beg you guys, I really do. I beg you guys not to throw any hate on those who were involved, because I want it to all be, understood that the situation shouldn't have been made public in the first place, and I still don't want it to be public. But if things are going to get as bad as they have and out of control as they have, then I have no other choice but to address the situation. So, like I said, no hate speech is the first priority of the stream, please. If you know about the situation, I refuse to let you guys go out of your way to show negative feelings towards any of the people who were involved, because I do not appreciate that on this channel and as a community, and I do not appreciate any of that sort of act from anybody whatsoever and under any circumstance. So that's the first thing I wanted to make clear on this stream. Now, second thing I want to make clear on the stream is that we will be getting the old server back under track. Me and Etho have been speaking, and I understand that I have made some stupid mistakes in my past, and no, none of those mistakes have to do with me being a pedophile, because I am not a pedophile, and I am quite happily in my own frame of relationship with someone who is actually older than me, and not a lot older, but just like the right around of age older. But no, I am fully against the idea of people who are like that, registered sex offenders, all of that. I'm fully against it. And I know this isn't something I'd normally say on my channel, but like I said, it has to be addressed because a lot of things happened yesterday. And so the current situation I'm in needs to be resolved. We are getting our old server, the one with over 1,000 members, back under track just as soon as we've fixed some issues around it. I have personally chosen not to rejoin the old server just yet because it still needs some cleaning up to do. But in the meantime, that work has become a lot harder for people who are trying to clean up the old server, because of the accusations and the death threats and the cyberbullying and the discrimination going around. Because, look, I don't give a damn about reputation as long as it's all clean and clear. I don't give a damn about my, where I stand on the internet. I'm never ever here to become some sort of guy who pops off and becomes the biggest name in the world, because that's not my goal. My goal is to become the mainframe who holds the morals that I have stood by from the very beginning, and so is Ethos, so like I say all the time, please just be humble and follow the guidelines that are set for you, no matter where you are, if that's the community you'd like to stand by. And our guidelines are to always be respectful, show loyalty, show integrity, show kindness and respect, and also make sure to always make yourself feel welcome and show that sort of welcome feeling towards the other people who have just recently become a member of our community. And the ultimate, most biggest priority of all is to make people feel the same way you would like people to feel. You would like to feel if people were trying to welcome you. And I know that's not going to be a negative thing. You'd like some positive reinforcement and reassurance that this is the community for you, because we have those morals to stand by, and I've always been a man to stand by it, and so has Etho. And Etho has admitted to some things he did wrong. He takes responsibility for some of the actions that have happened. I take responsibility for some of the actions that have happened, as I have caused a whole flood of people going over to a whole bunch of the people who were involved to say some really horrible things. And I don't mean for any of that to happen. As I've made it clear, I don't want anybody to say any negative things. But that is something that is almost uncontrollable unless you guys are willing to actually listen and hear me out. Because, you know, if you guys are real and you guys are with me on this whole journey, on this roller coaster, you will listen. You will listen to the things I'm pleading of you not to do. And that is not to throw discrimination. And I'm always saying this whenever it comes to negative things. And I'll always say it for the future. And I did say this before it became something I had to address. I beg you guys never to throw discrimination at those who were involved, as they are going through some things in their life too that need to be, you know, comforted. And the best thing for us to do is just to not get ourselves involved. So anybody who has some sort of hate threat in their biography, or who have said some negative things to Geo, I beg of you now, please revoke what you've said and take back everything you've said. Delete all of that, because it's not fair on those who were involved, and you never ever know what's going on in their life. You never ever do. No one does. Biography is your bio. It's basically your description in Discord or on Roblox. It's whatever your about says about you. And look, I appreciate the offer that was put out for a new server, but like I said before, I am going to return to the old server and we're going to put it back on track, but we are going to be setting up a whole new staff team, and we are wiping out all of the old staff. And whether you guys were good people or not, I'm sorry. We need to set this right, and we need to start from scratch. And trusting has become a whole new level of security, of seriousness. And the only person I can confirm will be on our revamped staff team will be Ace, because Ace was really pure from the beginning, and he stood by our community from the beginning, and he's been here from the get-go. And you know, there are people who have been there from the get-go that showed a lot of loyalty at the beginning, but once things started taking off, they lost that. And Ace was able to maintain that loyalty even to this very day, no matter what the circumstances were. And I love that about him. I love what he did, and I love how he acted towards the whole situation. And he didn't go out of hand to say any negative things. All he was doing was trying to support and be there from that point onwards, and trying to maintain mediation and maintain integrity from the very beginning and all the way to the very end. And that's what we're going to reward Ace with. He deserves to be there on the top with us. So yeah, that's another thing. Now, on top of everything else, listen, a lot of people, you guys know people like Ava, you guys know people like Voteless, Exceeding Flow, a lot of the OG names, all right? I don't know where they are. I don't know who was involved. I really do not. So that's something I'm still going to be figuring out. Because, yeah, look, I don't need to defend. All I need is your guys' support, all right? But when I say that, I mean just support here. I don't need you guys to do things like saying horrible things to others. That's not going to make me feel better. Because that's one thing I said. I don't want you guys to do that, because that'll make it worse. That'll make the whole situation worse. And then that'll cause a huge war. And we're already having a hard time with all of the situation that is going on right now. So I don't want that sort of situation, and all I need is for you guys to be here as a community and helping each other out and supporting each other from the get-go, because that's what we're all about here. And like I say, this channel is not about me, it's about all of us. And I always say that. And you guys know I always say that. And if I know that I've got a lot of things on the line and by making some sort of situation worse for me, or by making some bad choices in life that knowingly would cause me to lose everything I have and put it all on the line and jeopardize what I've created with you guys, I would never make those sorts of risks. I would never take those sorts of risks. The only risk I made in my life was this whole community, because I put away my diploma to become something that I wished I was when I was a kid, knowing that for some reason I've all of a sudden got this open opportunity and I only get it once. All right? And all I want you guys to do is follow me on that journey. Don't jump off the roller coaster, because you're going to hurt yourself and you're going to hurt other people involved. And I don't want to hurt other people, and I don't want you to get hurt, and I don't want others to get hurt. So just stay inside that roller coaster and let the ride go forward, and let's just carry on. All right? Now, we got a lot of thinking to do. All the people who, you know who I'm talking to. You know if I'm talking to you when I say this. You guys have a lot of thinking to do as well as I. All right? If you're watching this stream and you were one of the culprits who were involved, I don't know if you guys are. I don't know if any one of the culprits who were involved are here right now, but listen, if you're watching this, no hate. I am just really disappointed. And I've grown a lot in my time on Earth. I've grown a lot. My maturity stands high, all right? People who were in my community, who were working on the staff team, took me for granted because they thought that my maturity was just as bad as a 2-year-old kid who doesn't know the difference between a pen and a pencil. All right? But that's not true, and you guys know it. Because the first thing you need to think about is, who are you? Where are you right now? And who are you talking to? And think about this. You are standing your ground inside of a community that I, amongst others, had come up with the idea of creating. I became that CEO, and like I said, I don't like pushing buttons. I don't like pulling egos. I really don't. I don't care about ego, because that's not why I'm here. But there are people like me and King and Etho who have generated a whole lot. And those who are out there trying to take me for granted, saying that my maturity is rock bottom, you are saying the wrong things to the wrong person in the wrong place. Because where you're standing right now is a platform and place of serenity and communities that have united, because we are full of unity and liveliness, that me, Etho, and King had generated using our brains and using our support and using our own money and effort and time and patience to make sure that we can hold and maintain. We have managed, all right? And you guys know we have spent a long time working on this server and community. I have spent a long time trying to generate a bigger community through making YouTube content. And I mean, I've done YouTube for 2 months and we've already generated over 4,000 subscribers. All right, that's all of you guys. So there is no reason for anybody to take me for granted and say I've got loss of maturity, when you know that at the end of the day, I'm still standing. I don't know where you're standing, but a lot of people have taken off because of something they don't agree with or are unhappy about with me, and have tried to make attempts at destroying whatever I or anyone else around me, close to me, have created, and have not long after that regretted. A lot of people, everybody who has tried to push me down, have ended up being the ones to end up being pushed. And it's not even me pushing them. It's not me pushing them, because I don't wish upon anybody to be hurt. Not even myself. I'll stand my ground for myself, but I will never go further than that. I will never go as far as trying to hurt others deliberately. And I might be going against the word of speech that I've said. I've done diss tracks, and I know they're quirky, but the diss tracks weren't there to hurt or discriminate. They were there to make points. And maybe I shouldn't have done it as a diss track, yeah, but ultimately, if you read through the lyrics, you'll understand that it's not just a diss track. It's me opening up about some accusations that are being made out loud. Claiming accusations, making me sound like I'm an offender. Minor finer. I ain't a writer. I'm a minor. I've forgotten the own lyrics. But, you know, it is what it is. And we had a lot of support, even from those who were involved yesterday. And I have to give my whole shout out to Voteless for speaking up against all of the odds that people were throwing at him, and also Exceeding Flow and Myths and Unshakable and Etho and Nevi. You know, Nevi stood with us from the get-go too, and so did Sinister. And I really do respect that about all of those people. And don't worry if I didn't say your name. I haven't disregarded you. There's just a lot of names out there. We've got a big community, all right? And ultimately, I condone you for that. My condolences go out to you, and my respect and gratitude goes out there for you guys. But like I said, maturity is a big key part of growing a channel and growing a community on different sorts of platforms. And a lot of us need to have that in order to keep it and maintain it. And I've done enough of my life to know that that's one of the priorities. I used to be an assistant training manager and salary manager for other workplaces in hospitality before I came here. I used to do investments. I've done a lot in my life, and I've had a lot of bad history in my childhood. I've had a lot of bad history in my recent years. I've had a lot, and you know, I don't want anybody to have to go through that ever. I don't want anybody to have to go through hardships, but ultimately it's going to happen no matter what, because everybody has that time in their life. But I do not want to generate some sort of burdens for people. I don't want a man-made hardship being put on anybody's shoulders. I am not going to let that happen. I refuse. And the only hardships that you guys should have to deal with is the circle of life, the concept of life, growing older, getting older, because those are the ways to keep on growing. You know, you have to go through your midlife crisis, and you need to go through all of those sort of stages in life in order to understand or have your rites of passage. And this is going to be confusing for others who are unaware of what I'm talking about, as age becomes something that stops people from being able to go further and understand, because of complexity and comprehensive words I say. But listen, life is whatever you make it. Life is going to be a challenge, but life is also a blessing, and you only get one of those. And here's how I see things seriously. Money is a piece of paper that you can get more than once in your life. You are flesh, blood, brain, heart, everything, and you only get one of them. That's how I see it. You can only live once, but you can get all of these other things around you more than once, you know? And time is limited. Time you spend with your family, time you spend with yourself. So your job is to make the most of it. And that's what I'm here for. I'm taking risks, I'm taking challenges, but I am not here to break it. I am not here to break anybody else either, because I know that life is precious, and I don't want to make anyone feel like taking away their own life. That's the last thing I want, and I don't wish upon anybody to have their life cut short. And if anybody ever needs help, please, I can't be your therapist because I know that's out of my own skill level, or not so much that. Well, yes, that, but there's too many people out there who will need help. But I ask of you now, please, if you need help, please reach out to somebody for support. Reach out to a therapist. Reach out to someone who you know can comfort you, because time is as long as you make it on this earth, and if you cut it short, it's not going to be something you can enjoy for the future. And that's why I want you guys to make the most out of your life and not let it become something of you have to cut short. It's not worth it. It's not seriously something that you should be contemplating. And if it has come that low in life, please reach out to somebody or find something that makes you happy, because I don't want anybody to feel upset. I want everybody to strive and be happy, because people deserve to be happy. So yeah, please don't hurt others out there in the community. Don't hurt anybody. This is a gaming channel where we make content for you guys to be happy. So all of us together should be really supportive, all right? Nobody should hurt each other. This is a channel where you guys need to learn and understand the concept of appreciation, kindness, loyalty, and integrity, and respect on everyone. All right? So, yeah. No more hate. This channel is about one thing and one thing only. Friends. Because friends has a whole lot of meaning behind it. Family are friends. Friends are family. And friends and family are a community. And friends and family stand by each other's sides. Friends and family are always honest with each other when we have to be honest. All right? And if you're not here, yeah, and if you're not here for the right reasons, I ask of you now to please leave, because this channel is a kid-friendly channel. We're monetized on this channel. I will never let anybody take that away from me, and I'm a YouTube partner. I'm with YouTube. We work together, family friendly. We are always supportive with each other. All right? And if you're here for that giveaway, my friend, you're going to have to unsubscribe now, because that's not what we're doing at the moment. I'm making a statement that needs to be made, because there are people being hurt out there. And I want to make sure that nobody else is getting hurt. So listen, if you are one of the culprits involved, think about what you've done, think about what you've said, and think about the mess that has been created. And I want you to really, really think about that. And if there's something that you guys would like to say or address, don't make it something long and not worth my time listening to. And if it's not something that I want to hear, don't even bother with it. It's time to grow up. It's time to take another look at life and think about the actions that have happened and rethink the way you do things, all right? Rethink it. Now we're going to continue doing our Pet Simulator giveaways and our Roblox giveaways. But first things first, I am going broke. And yes, I got given 2 blimps yesterday, so I appreciate that so much from 8man and Myths. But at the same time, our community is only getting bigger, all right? And I can't fulfill everybody's expectations for giving them everything in the world. So no more of that hate stuff, because if you guys are going to be horrible on this channel, I will have to let you go. I will have to make you take your time to think about what you've done, and you guys will be officially banned from the channel if you guys throw any more hate speech, or if you guys are bullying each other. All right, and I'm gonna rethink our moderation system here as well. So be careful about what you say when you're in the live chat, please, because I can see what you're saying even when you think I'm not looking. Yes, if you are truly a grandmother, Kathy, I might be being trolled here, but if you are truly a grandmother, I would like to make this statement clear. All I am doing right now is making sure that people are making the right choices in life by not hurting other people, because we have a lot of people who are young around the internet who are making poor choices, and I want to reassure them that this is a community of safety. We are monetized. I am a YouTube partner, and we have made it clear on this channel that this is a kid-friendly community and platform, and we are always doing kid-friendly content. You can check out all the other pieces of content we've done. We've been giving away a lot of stuff, and there are no stipulations, there are no consequences, there are no having to sign up for anything, because there's a lot of fake streamers out there who are doing a lot of bad things. I am a channel who is growing, and there are no consequences to getting anything on this channel, because you get it all for free, and I'm confident when I say that. I'm happy to help others out, because I want people to be able to come into this stream happy and walk away. Though if this was a troll, it is what it is, isn't it, guys? Yes. Anyway, I hope I made my statement clear. I'm going to cut the stream short, but hey, before I do that, if anyone wants to help me out on Pet Simulator or on Roblox, please donate with any sort of donation. At this moment, I wouldn't normally ask for it because I am going poor as hell right now, and I appreciate the blimps, but there are 4,000 people and a whole lot of people to provide for. So if anyone wants to support me or help me out on Please Donate, today I will be on those games for a little bit every now and then. I'd appreciate any of the support you guys are willing to provide for me. But for now, I'm going to take it easy and see what I can do, because I'm trying to rebuild whatever I've lost out of everything I've taken out of my way to give to you guys. Anyway, it has been your boy Karma CEO. I'm sorry for all of the complications or the confusing stuff on the stream. I'm going to take off now, and I hope you guys stay safe. God bless.